Did you know you never actually see the world in real time? I know, it sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's a fascinating scientific fact. Everything you see, everything you experience, has already happened. It's a tiny, imperceptible delay, but it's always there. This delay is caused by the very nature of light and the speed at which our brains process information. Think about it like this. For you to see an object, light has to travel from that object to your eyes. Light is incredibly fast, the fastest thing in the universe, traveling at about 300,000 kilometers per second. But even at that mind-boggling speed, it still takes time. For things close by, like the phone in your hand or the person sitting across from you, the delay is practically zero, just a few nanoseconds. It's so small that it's completely unnoticeable in our daily lives. But what happens when we start looking at things that are farther away? Let's take the moon, our closest celestial neighbor. The moon is, on average, about 384,400 kilometers away. Light takes about 1.3 seconds to travel from the moon to your eyes. So, when you look up at the beautiful full moon, you're actually seeing the moon as it was 1.3 seconds ago. It's like a tiny peek into the immediate past. Now, let's go even further, to the sun. The sun is about 150 million kilometers away from us. It takes light approximately 8 minutes and 20 seconds to make that journey. This means that every time you see the sun, you are seeing it as it was over 8 minutes in the past. If the sun were to suddenly disappear, we wouldn't know about it for 8 minutes and 20 seconds. We'd still see it shining brightly in the sky, completely unaware that it was already gone. It's a bit of a strange thought, isn't it? Our entire reality of the sun is on an 8-minute delay. This concept gets even more mind-bending when we look beyond our solar system. The nearest star to us, besides the sun, is Proxima Centauri. It's about 4.2 light-years away. A light-year is the distance light travels in 1 year. So, when you look at Proxima Centauri in the night sky, you are seeing it as it was 4.2 years ago. The light from that star began its journey towards Earth for years before it finally reached your eyes. Let's expand our view to the entire Milky Way galaxy. Our galaxy is about 100,000 light-years across. So, if we look at a star on the far side of our own galaxy, we're seeing it as it was 100,000 years ago. That light started its journey when early humans were still roaming the Earth. Think of all the history that has unfolded on our planet in the time it took for that single photon of light to travel from one side of our galaxy to the other. And what about other galaxies? The Andromeda galaxy is our closest major galactic neighbor, and it's about 2.5 million light-years away. When you look at that faint, fuzzy patch in the sky, you are looking 2.5 million years into the past. You're seeing light that left the Andromeda galaxy long before modern humans even existed. It's a true time machine. But the delay doesn't just come from the speed of light. There's another layer to it, our own brains. Once the light hits your retina, it has to be converted into electrical signals. These signals then have to travel along the optic nerve to your brain, where they are processed and interpreted into the image you perceive as seeing. This whole process, from eye to brain, isn't instantaneous either. Neuroscientists have estimated that it takes our brain anywhere from 80 to 100 milliseconds to process visual information. So, even if an object is right in front of your face, there's still a biological delay. Your conscious perception of the world is always lagging about 1/10 of a second behind reality. You might think, 1/10 of a second, that's nothing. And for most things, you're right, but in certain situations, that delay can be crucial. Think of a professional baseball player trying to hit a fastball. The ball is traveling so quickly that the player has to predict where the ball will be based on information that is already slightly out of date. Their brain is working incredibly fast to compensate for this processing delay, making an educated guess to swing the bat at the right moment. The same goes for a professional gamer, where split-second reactions are the difference between winning and losing. Their brains are trained to operate on the very edge of this perceptual delay. This delay also explains some interesting optical illusions. For example, have you ever felt like you saw something happen just after you heard it, even if they happened at the same time? Sound travels much slower than light. However, our brains are so good at synchronizing our senses that they can sometimes adjust our perception of time to make events seem simultaneous. Your brain is constantly editing your reality to present you with a coherent, logical story. It's not showing you the raw data, it's showing you the finished movie. So, in essence, our perception of now is actually a construction of our brain based on past information. We live in the past. Everything we see has already happened. Whether it was a few nanoseconds ago for the screen you're watching this on, 8 minutes ago for the sun in the sky, or millions of years ago for a distant galaxy, it's a humbling thought. It connects us to the vastness of the universe and the incredible history written in the stars. Every time you look up at the night sky, you are not just seeing stars. You are seeing history. You're a time traveler looking at echoes of the past. The universe is a giant history book, and every point of light is a word on its pages. This also means that what we see might not even be there anymore. A star that is 1,000 light-years away could have exploded in a supernova 500 years ago, and we wouldn't know it for another 500 years. For half a millennium, we'd continue to look up and see a star that, in reality, no longer exists. We're observing a ghost. So the next time you look out your window, take a moment to appreciate this incredible fact. You are not just seeing the world. You are seeing a delayed, processed, and beautifully constructed version of it, courtesy of the laws of physics and the amazing power of your own brain. The present moment is forever just out of reach, always a fraction of a second ahead of us. We are all living in the past, and that makes our experience of the universe all the more wondrous. Thanks for watching. If you found this as mind-blowing as I do, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos that explore the incredible universe we live in. See you in the next one.